A professional matchmaker is here to help us navigate dating using technology. Welcome Vanessa Sescila from It's Just Lunch to the show.
Welcome, Vanessa.
Thank you, ladies.
Excited to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
So you heard some of the issues that Kim had. I hope you have some advice for the singles out there how to navigate this potential minefield.
Yep, it is very different today. It's a whole new ball game, so to speak. You know, there's a lot of new apps, and there's different apps for different types of people, and it gets very overwhelming. What my clients tell me at It's Just Lunch all the time is they're burnt out. It's called dating fatigue, swiping fatigue, because a lot of these dating apps, these people are on, the singles are on, they're excited at first, and then it's endlessly swiping, non-stop.
Lefts and rights.
Lefts and rights, and a lot of these never even come to fruition. Nothing happens. You know, it's fun at first. It's, oh, exciting, I'm talking to somebody new. But then after a back and forth for 2 days, 3 days.
No date.
No dates.
Right.
You know, and I always say to my clients too, that, you know what, if a day goes by and they're not asking you out, time to move on. That's it.
Oh, so wow. So it's literally a day?
I'd say so. Listen, if you're talking to somebody back and forth for, and I'm talking a whole day, you know, so texting can go on the whole day.
Right.
So if that's the case, you better want to meet up with me, you know, and,
Right.
you know, take me to lunch or take me to dinner, because if this is going on for 3-4 days a week, something's fishy there. Something's not right. So
Now, do you find that most of your clients are using dating apps, or are they meeting in places like Kim said, like all over? What's your
a
typical
little bit of
mix?
both. I mean, you know, some people like to meet organically. I think that's, you know, the old-fashioned way, or meet through friends. But sometimes if you meet through friends or through work, things get sticky if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
So people
Yeah.
try to avoid that sometimes. But the apps seem to be a big thing, you know, and again, when my clients come to me at that point, they're like, all right, I've had it. It's all about you.
I'm
Find
done
me
with the
somebody
apps.
great, you know, and men and women. And, you know, exactly what Kim was saying before is so true.
Wow.
We have a lot of men right now because they're like, I am sick of women airbrushing their photos. I am sick of like nobody looking like they say they look. For women, it's like, I'm sick of men lying about different things. So with us, you tell me everything. I do a full interview. We make sure everybody is who they say they are. So it is what you get.
Talk more about
interesting.
the process,
Yeah.
because you know, I've never used the matchmaker. What I've seen on TV, and we know that
Yeah.
can't be accurate at all
The
times.
millionaire matchmaker?
Yeah.
That might work for some.
That show was good,
A
but I'm
millionaire
like,
matchmaker.
So tell us, say for instance, Kim, who is fed up with, you know, the organic dating scene. She comes to you and say, I'm looking for, you know, a companion.
Yeah.
What is the first thing that you do?
So the first thing I do is a full interview. I want to know what Kim's looking for, what she likes, what she does for fun, you know, because we believe it, It's Just Lunch. It's based on compatibility. You don't know how many times I have clients come in and say, I want A, B, C, D, E, and F. They don't end up with that at all, you know, because we're basing it on common interests. And then they're like,
okay.
wow, never thought I'd end up with this person, and now I'm marrying them, you know? So it's not about what the person looks like. It's not visual, it's what's inside. And, you know, with women, sometimes it's the height, or sometimes it's, you know, facial hair or hair on their head, you
So
know?
do they
and-
come in and say, I want a man that's 6'2"?
Oh, yeah.
That
Oh,
makes
yeah.
$500,000.
Of course.
That has 1.2 dogs. And, blah, blah, blah. And then you say, slow down.
Yeah, or I'll say, I have a man that's 5'10", has 3 cats, but you're gonna meet him.
Right.
And are you interviewing them in person, or are you
No, we
virtually?
do on the phone, and then
Okay.
I meet all my clients virtually after their first date also. So it's really wonderful to hear what they say about the first date. After every single date, we get feedback from both sides, which is wonderful. You know what? Vanessa, I loved A, B, C, and D, but next date, let's work on E and F. And we do that after every single date until we get it right.
That sounds
Oh, wow.
great. That's
That is
really
a
good.
lot of personal
This is
attention.
a
Yeah, a lot
lot
of-
different than when I was dating.
So, and you said common interest. So is that a mind shift for a lot of your clients? Because they do have that list of heights, salary, that sort of thing, and really to focus on those common interests and not the physical.
100%. I mean, you have to understand my youngest client is like 23. My oldest is 80. So, there's a difference between what the 23-year-old wants and what the 80-year-old wants.
Yes.
And a lot of my older clients, they were married to the same person for 50 years and they lost spouses. So it's like they're like the 23-year-old dating for the first time,
Yes.
right?
And they're used to dating back then,
Which was
very
totally
different.
different.
I cannot even
but
imagine.
I give them credit, and we work. Our dating coach is amazing. She works with them. We handhold all through the way. Making sure everybody's comfortable and where they want to be.
This
and
is like getting a job.
yeah,
It sounds like a lot of work.
Listen,
sounds like a lot
it
of
is,
work.
but the interview is so important, especially these days. People with politics, religion. There's so many factors involved, and I don't want anybody going on a date and feeling uncomfortable.
And
right?
I think
You
that
gotta
would
have fun.
help the problem of you thinking you know someone and not really knowing them. So you're putting in the legwork
Exactly.
up front
Yeah.
instead of the person dating.
Yep.
And this solves what Kim said. The person is giving all this persona on social media
Exactly,
of who they
right.
are because you've already gotten rid of all
You've
that.
gotten to the root. Yeah,
So
exactly.
if they said they had a Maybach and they really had a Kia, you've already,
Look, a mock bay.
you've already
You've
got
already
through that.
got through that.
Yeah, we know.
So do you not give out the person's full name?
No, we don't.
Okay.
So, and even location, because
Yes.
that's another thing I laugh. Well, I want to date somebody that lives in my town. You know what? If you're supposed to date them, you'd already meet them. So let's venture out a little bit, right? I'm not asking anybody to drive 2 hours, 3 hours, but you know what? We got to venture out a little bit. And that's important. We have to open people's horizons and open their eyes a little bit. And I think that's an important thing.
So is it local, regional?
And so we do have a bunch of locations.
Okay.
We're the flagship office here in Chicago.
Okay.
So yeah, we're really proud of that, and we're privately owned. And my team are together every morning for an hour and a half. I match all of my clients. And I have my client advisors. They book all the dates. They get the feedback, and we do it
they
as a
book the
team. And
dates?
it's really great. I don't what is so important to us is nobody's going into a queue, oh, I got to match Sally with John, or they're up for matching.
Okay.
We bring new clients on every day, and we match them ourselves.
It sounds like a fun job,
It's
actually.
amazing.
To get
It's
to meet
fun job.
people and match people.
How
and
many
watch
wedding
them fall in
invitations
love.
do you get?
A lot.
I know they want you to
I
come,
always
right?
say, who doesn't want to play Cupid, right? It's
I
the
know.
best job.
That
It's
sounds
so
a lot.
rewarding.
It's like delivering babies. That's a great job.
It really
yeah.
is so rewarding. It really is. And especially for that 80-year-old that lost his wife, his love, and or the 23-year-old that's never dated before.
Right.
There's so many different things that
Right. Yeah.
are just rewarding about it, truly.
Now, who pays for the dates?
They get separate checks at the end of the date.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, we never
So no
want anybody
pressure
to feel-
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no pressure. And we set it up for easy. A cup of coffee or just cocktails and appetizers after work. We don't want anybody to feel obligated to sit through a 5-course meal, right?
Right.
Like, that's not what it's all
Okay.
about.
Okay.
Sometimes it leads to that. Sometimes they want to do a dinner afterwards.
okay,
But,
yeah.
we set it up for easy, something light. My clients normally at the end of the date will exchange numbers. And then
Okay.
we could set up the next date for them if they want, but normally everybody's adults. They kind of chat a little bit and do it on their own. So
So there's no are there first date rules that are given? No?
You
Okay.
know what? Everybody, listen, it's an investment, right? Everybody's invested here and they want to be there. And there's
So that's good,
nothing
yeah.
off limits. And I give a
Okay.
bio to all of my clients before they go on a date. So you'll know if they're widowed or if they have kids. So you want to talk about those things, right? That's important. It might be your potential future husband or wife.
Yeah.
You want to know those things.
For sure.
So
Do you do dating coaching? Because sometimes I
Yes.
feel like, can you talk about that?
the coaching is amazing. We have a coaching expert who has been with us for over 15 years. Her name is Jolene, and she is just amazing. And my clients that use her are the ones that end up in a relationship quicker, honestly.
Oh, really?
I
Okay.
always use the analogy, right? You don't go to a gym after not working out for years and not get a personal trainer, right? You have all this equipment there and you don't know what to do with
Yeah.
it. And yeah, she really is the best. And I have clients that even use her after they get married through us. So she's a
You
life
know,
coach, and it's really, really a
true.
wonderful
That's
thing.
crossed my
I like
mind.
that.
I mean, you can always use a dating coach
Totally.
if you're dating
Totally,
your spouse,
sure.
right?
And it really is. It makes you see things in a totally different light. And date, like to kind of dissect the date, because you might think this was a great date, and then you look at the feedback from the other person, you're like, oh gosh, was I really picking my teeth, or was I doing this or that? So, you know, just to point things out that you don't
that's
realize that you're
interesting.
doing.
I really like the dating coach for married
too.
people. Because
Yeah, I
you get
really
so
like that.
after being together, you what
And
else is
after
there
kids,
to talk about?
right? Exactly.
We've talked about everything.
I know.
Or to do. You've done a lot of
Yeah,
things as
exactly.
well.
To keep
Yeah.
it interesting.
In
I
this
love
day
that.
and age, everybody needs a coach for something,
Something,
right? I mean,
yeah.
that's
We need
is
multiple
true.
coaches.
yeah,
actually.
exactly.
That is true. That is true. So how did you get into, matchmaking?
Being a matchmaker.
Cupiding.
I
Cupiding,
feel like
yes.
I've been a matchmaker since high school. I really do. I grew up in a large family. I grew up in New York, and it was one of those Italian households that my parents, grandparents, uncles, everybody lived together. So it was always a party at my house.
Okay.
We had the pool in the backyard, so I was always trying to fix people up. So I always say I was born a matchmaker, kind of.
I love it. I love it.
And I love it. I love it. Like I said, it's always great to see people happy. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but I always say, listen, we get new clients every day. I might not have your person today, but who's to say that it's tomorrow or the next day?
So when you think about your clients and doing this, what would you say your biggest mistake was?
Oh gosh.
Not your mistake, their mistake.
Their
The
mistake.
biggest dating mistake.
Biggest dating mistake, I can honestly say, people go in with a negative attitude, right? I always say go in with a positive attitude. Get a new haircut, buy a new blouse, like do something fun.
Okay.
The biggest thing people say is the biggest turnoff is how you treat the wait staff, right? If somebody comes over and you're nasty to the wait staff, that's a huge thing. But positivity is important.
I agree. Thank you. We appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.